we don't support whitening products, and that was the major fact why we wanted to start our skincare brand. The other part is a lot of skincare brands are more focused on women, and I feel like skin is just doesn't come under gender. We don't want a brand that keep promoting whitening. The thing is, without asking help, you will not learn things up. Every single thing. They feel like, if I ask somebody, they might look me down. And I don't think so it's in that way possible. Everybody now in this current generation are way more open-minded in helping other people. So I feel you have to be very straightforward of asking help of things that you don't know. And you have to be very open to learn things up each and every single.
Entrepreneurship is difficult by itself. But if you're a student and you're dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, it's a humongous task. Our guest today started her entrepreneurship journey in third year of college and has established a sustainable growing brand which is available across south of India today. And this is her story. Yamini, you are the founder of Aishwaryam Goodness. Welcome to the podcast and thank you for coming here to talk to our students and tell them what the reality is of becoming a student entrepreneur. So start with telling us a little bit about yourself, Yamini.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much for having me. It's a great pleasure to be on the show again. Hi, I'm co-founder of Aishwaryam Goodness, which is a D2C skincare brand, which is proudly made in Tamil Nadu. As a brand, we do not support whitening products. We help in creating healthy skin, and we feel every skin tone is beautiful, and there's nothing in the market. You wanted to create a product and then sell it. You can use this product for whitening of your skin. So we stand against the entire thought process, which is already made in skincare industry. So this is where the whole journey started as an entrepreneur. I completed my school in co-education. Was very introvert kid, trying to figure it out, and I wasn't very good at my education initially. My parents were like, you have to focus on your studies. And then that made me really fearless. Like, I have to study and get good grades to get into a very good college. Being an introvert and getting into a college and turning into an extrovert to explore things up was a very different story. Throughout the entire life, I've learned so much things of exploring things by my own and doing new things, which really helped me to figure it out what mistakes I've done and what I have to correct in a way to be a better person each and every single day.
Why did you decide to embark on this journey of entrepreneurship while you were still studying?
I think it just happened because when we were doing college, we found a market gap when I was saying we don't support whitening products, and that was the major fact why we wanted to start our skincare brand. The other part is a lot of skincare brands are more focused on women, and I feel like skin is just doesn't come under gender, right? So we wanted to curate products that helps for every skin types and also for all genders. And we don't want a brand that keep promoting whitening, and that's where as a brand vision and also with the products we want to come up and help people to make understand that taking care of your skin is to make your skin in a most healthiest way possible.
I think your entire journey as a student startup entrepreneur is very interesting because you found a childhood friend who wanted to work with you. Do you think that a student aspiring to become an entrepreneur should find a community to help them grow?
Definitely, because when you have somebody who known you for years, and then it's easy to make them understand this is what I'm trying to build, and these are the vision, these are the missions that I wanted to do. And if we catch up together and build a meaningful brand, that person will easily get into your vision and mission, and will boost it in a way where you can go grow it together. And also in terms of personal and professional life, they try to understand you, and you have the best wavelength than somebody from your community joining as a co-founder. So either I'll say you have to have your co-founder as your friend, or you can get married and have your husband as your co-founder, because they know the best version of yourself. They try to understand you. So yeah.
How did you do the hustle? As a student, your parents, like every other parent, didn't they want you to do a 9 to 6 job to just defy that norm of finishing studies and going for a job? What was that like for you?
So since I say I started as a college student, my family was like entirely, why you have to start it into business? Why don't you complete your entire undergraduation and get into a 9 to 5 job? But I think it just meant to be. I feel we started the entire entrepreneur journey in the third year of our college, and we felt it gave us the freedom of learning, unlearn, do mistakes, and to figure it out each and everything. I feel like entrepreneur journey gave us a lot of different aspects in terms of life and in terms of professionalism also, and you can learn each and every different departments in your entrepreneur journey. Let's say from the R&D to customer retention, you know every point of the business. And what I've heard of 9 to 5, I never went. So what I've heard was you don't have that freedom in 9 to 5 job, and you have to you can able to learn one department, and whereas you miss a lot of departments. I feel entrepreneur journey gave me the freedom to learn a lot of things.
How did you raise funds? I mean, were your parents willing to make that bet on you? Because starting something does require money, right?
We came up with all our savings that we made from our childhood, and that was the initial investment that we made. Once the investment has been made from my end and my partner's end, and we tried to build in, and we brought up a lot of sales, and we showed those figures to our family members, and we raised the fund from our parents. So they were the first initial ones who believed in us, and that's how the whole perspective and or dream of being an entrepreneur begin.
How did you manage your academics?
It was difficult at the initials because every time, even still now, when my friends ask me, why don't you come for a lunch, or can we just catch up, can we play games, I tend to say, if I'm engaged with something, I tend to say no for those things. I kind of miss those enjoying my personal life. But still, it was very hard to cope up with my academics. I have to wake up early, learn all my studies and all, and then pack up all the packages that was been ordered previous day, and then a reply to it. Was very in the initial stage, it was only me and my partner, so we were doing all together. Every single task was been done by our both ends, so it is very difficult to cope up with the academics and to cope up with the business. But we try to figure it out. We had to-do list which has to be completed each and every single day. That really made us to be the most disciplined entrepreneur till now.
That's amazing. I mean, I've heard a lot of experts speak about the power of to-do list, but I think you are a live example. I mean, even in my life, that's something I try to teach my son also. The power of a to-do list is just incredible. What was the role of your college, your professors, and your classmates in your entrepreneurship journey?
I think they played a very
Did they
major.
know that you were doing it?
Yes, they don't know. They were the ones who came up before relatives, which my family from my families. My friends and the professors were the one were super supportive towards our entrepreneur journey. And before those years, they weren't much of entrepreneurs starting as a college student. I think very few, and they're very happy that we are taking up a very difficult thought process. They're very happy and proud. And to be very frank, our professors were the one who tried to figure it out each and everything. They gave us free stalls to showcase all our products wherever possible. They try to pitch our business wherever possible. They gave a lot of opportunities to showcase our business in each and every platforms that they got chance as a professor. So as friends, every time when I in my lowest, they are the ones who just jumps into my house and say, "Hey, what are you doing?" They were mentally, they were the ones who stood in my entire ups and downs. So truly grateful for all the supporters who've been from the day one until now. They were the constant.
If you had the chance to go back in time, would you do anything differently?
I don't, because as I told you, I am a very introvert kid. The journey that I've been with, the things that I've faced by myself, the lessons that I've learned, the mistakes that I've done are the things which made me to a very structured person now. I will not change anything that has been done previously. If that didn't happen in my entire life, then I will not be the person today I am. Of keep learning things up and grabbing each and every opportunity that I get and being very disciplined in whatever I do and being strong in whatever that I face in my life. So I think I don't change anything.
You said about being strong as a student. Did you not doubt your decisions? Did you not fail? And what did you do to cope when that happened?
Sometimes I do doubt, since I say like, I'm not coming from a very business background, either my partner also. Sometimes I doubt ourselves, but then we never gave up. That was the major fact. We just sit down and analyze the things, but we never gave up on the things that we doubted the most. As I told, like, we are not coming from a business background. There were the times we did a lot of mistakes, and we were like, investing and then losing up the money was the major part that we were like, lacking around. And we felt like, what are we doing in the rightest way possible? And then we sat down and analyzed the entire process. That gave a different perspective, gave a different analyzation of what business we are doing in. So if that is not happening, then we will not be the better version of being an entrepreneur now. So you can doubt yourself, but you should not give up on whatever dreams that you're doing.
Parents whose children have come to them and said that we want to not do a job, we want to become entrepreneurs. It's scary, no? Because we are social. Indians are a very social community, and we want our kids to be better than our neighbors' kids. And that's natural, it's fine. But what would you tell parents of children who want to, take the off-beaten track?
I'll tell them, like, whatever the decision has been made by your kids, just support them. Whether they're going to learn a lot of things by failing, or are they going to be a very successful person, it's okay. It's up to their, the things that they do. But I feel they have to be very supportive in terms of mentally, because you are the ones they come to you and they tell like, I don't want to get into a 9 to 5 and then I want to be an entrepreneur. If you're saying no, then the dream that they have built might be shattered into pieces. So I feel as a parents, you have to be supportive and you have to tell them, if you're doing this, you have to upskill yourself each and every single day. And I think you'll be the most successful entrepreneur today. You can teach them what to do and what not to do, but you can't, like, you should not say them, you shouldn't be an entrepreneur, you have to get into the safest 9 to 5 job.
You know what I'm hearing from you is that students need to ask for help. There is no need to be alone. There's no need to be a rebel. There is no need to pursue something as a loner. If you just ask, show your flaws to people, you will find people to help you.
True. The thing is, without asking help, you will not learn things up. Every single thing. They feel like, if I ask somebody, they might look me down. And I don't think so it's in that way possible. Everybody now in this current generation are way more open-minded in helping other people. So I feel you have to be very straightforward of asking help of things that you don't know, and you have to be very open to learn things up each and every single day, and it's okay to ask help.
And it's okay to fail.
Exactly. It's not like, being a failure doesn't mean that you're not successful in your life.
What would you like to tell young student aspiring entrepreneurs?
I think just start. You might think a lot of things that goes behind. Will my parents support? What if I fail? What if I do a lot of mistakes? What if I lose a lot of money? And it's okay to do all these things. Without doing all these things, you will not learn things up of doing in a very better way. So if you do all these things, I think you know what to do and what not to do in the upcoming days, and it's okay. And it's always, initially, I think nobody will be there to support you, and it's okay. Just start. People come follow you and tell you're doing a better job.
If there are a few mistakes that you would like to share, which a student's entrepreneur should be wary of, which will save them some amount of trouble in their journey, what are the few things that you would like to highlight?
I think to upskill their, apart from academics, I'll tell them to do a lot of internships to upskill their talent. because everybody tells you, like, do a undergraduation, post graduation in terms of degrees, but nobody tells you what are the skills that you have to upskill every single day. I think a lot of even parents are missing those factors. I think that has to be done. And I feel as a student entrepreneur, you have to think in a very different way where you can have a different streams of income. You can do freelancing. You can do different multiple things that gives you income, revenue. When you save it up, maybe without having any investor, you can have those income and invest in your business also. So I think these are the two things that, as in students, they're missing around.
Thanks, Yamini. Thank you so much, for coming here and taking time out to talk to students. I really hope that a lot of students who are watching this share your doubts and queries so that maybe Yamini can respond back to you and tell you and help you with your struggles as a student entrepreneur.
Sure. Anybody, like, you can ping me on LinkedIn or maybe through my Instagram. I'm there. I'll just pass on my number also. There's nothing wrong. As I always say, it's always like, you have to give back to the ecosystem of whatever you have been gained through the same ecosystem.
I'll make sure to put Yamini's handles in the description of this episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.